All right, folks, welcome back to Gambling Flow, your daily dose of everything happening in the world of gambling. I'm Russell Kane.
And I'm Fiona Blake. Today, we're diving headfirst into a topic that's got everyone buzzing.
AI and sports betting.
Yeah, AI in sports betting. Now, we've all heard whispers about algorithms and predictions, but we decided to do a deep dive ourselves. What we found...
That was pretty mind-blowing.
Absolutely. What we're seeing is more than just some basic program spitting out winners and losers.
Right.
We're talking about sophisticated AI that's actually learning and adapting.
Wow.
As it analyzes mountains of data.
And get this, it's not just limited to who's going to win the game. This AI is predicting everything.
It really is.
From player stats, like how many points a basketball player will score, to those super specific prop bets that can make or break your parlay.
What's fascinating is that this AI is looking at a level of detail
Oh, yeah?
most humans would miss. We're talking about factoring in things like historical player performance, weather conditions, even the specific defensive schemes of the opposing team.
So it's like having a team of analysts working around the clock, crunching numbers and finding those hidden edges.
Exactly.
That can give you a serious advantage over the sports books.
And here's the kicker. Some of these AI developers are actually sharing their predictions online.
Really?
Completely free.
You heard that right. Free. It's almost like they're saying, look, this technology is so powerful, we want to give everyone a taste.
A taste of what it can do.
Of course, this begs the question.
How accurate is it?
How accurate is this AI?
Yeah.
Well, from our research, we're seeing some pretty astonishing results.
Like what?
In some cases, these AI systems are boasting hit rates upwards of 70%.
70%. That's not just luck, folks. That's a clear indication that this AI is onto something. And it makes you wonder, what's the ceiling here? How good can this technology get?
And that's what's so exciting. We're still in the early stages of AI development in sports betting.
Right.
As these systems continue to learn and evolve, who knows what kind of accuracy they'll be able to achieve. It's enough to make even the most seasoned gambler's head spin. But let's take a step back and break down how this AI actually works.
Okay.
It's not magic, folks. It's all about
the data.
The data.
These AI systems are trained on massive data sets that include everything you can imagine.
Huh.
Player stats, team records, even seemingly unrelated factors like weather patterns.
And what's really cool is that these AI systems are designed to learn from their mistakes.
Oh, absolutely.
So every time they make a prediction, they analyze the outcome and tweak their algorithms to become even more accurate in the future.
It's this constant learning and adaptation that makes AI so powerful. It's not just a static program, it's a dynamic system that's constantly improving itself.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but do I need to be a computer whiz to use this AI? And the answer is a resounding
no.
No.
There are already a ton of user-friendly platforms and apps popping up that make AI accessible to everyone. You don't need to know how to code. You just need to know how to use an app.
And that's the beauty of it. This technology is becoming so accessible that anyone can potentially leverage it to their advantage.
But it's important to remember that AI is just a tool. It's not a guaranteed path to riches.
Yeah.
You still need to use your head, do your research, and bet responsibly.
Exactly. AI can give you an edge, but it's not going to make you a millionaire overnight. You still need to understand the fundamentals of sports betting, manage your bankroll, and make smart decisions.
But with that said, the potential here is absolutely massive.
Huge.
We're talking about a technology that could completely revolutionize the way we bet on sports.
Imagine a world where you have an AI assistant.
Wow.
Helping you analyze every game.
Yeah.
Identifying the best bets and guiding you towards making smarter wagers.
That future is closer than you think.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fascinating to see how AI continues to shape the landscape of sports betting.
Now let's get into some specific examples of how this AI is being used today. We've talked about predictions.
Right.
But what's really intriguing is how this technology is changing the game when it comes to certain types of bets.
Right. One area where we're seeing AI really shine is in
Prop bets.
Prop bets. These are those bets that go beyond just who wins or loses.
Right.
Things like how many yards a quarterback will throw for or whether a certain player will hit a home run.
And these prop bets can be tricky to predict.
Oh,
There's so many variables at play, and it's hard to get a handle on all the nuances.
But AI is perfectly suited for this kind of analysis. It can sift through mountains of data, identifying patterns and correlations that humans might miss.
For example, let's say you're looking at a prop bet for how many points a basketball player will score. AI can look at that player's recent performance, their opponent's defensive weaknesses, even the pace of play that's expected in a game.
And it can crunch all of that data in a matter of seconds,
Right.
giving you a prediction that's based on hard numbers, not just gut feeling.
And what's even more impressive is that AI can be used to identify advantageous alternate lines.
Right. Instead of just betting on whether a team will win or lose outright, you might bet on whether they'll win by a certain number of points.
Okay.
And AI can analyze these alternate lines, taking into account all sorts of factors, and determine which ones offer the most favorable odds for bettors.
It's like having a superpowered odds maker in your pocket,
I know, right?
helping you find those hidden gems where the bookmakers might have miscalculated.
And this data-driven approach isn't limited to just individual bets. AI can also be used to create entire betting strategies.
So you're telling me there's an AI out there that analyzes your past betting history, identifies your strengths and weaknesses, and then suggests a customized betting strategy tailored to your specific risk tolerance and goals.
That's the kind of personalization that AI can bring to the table. It's not just about making predictions. It's about helping you become a smarter, more informed bettor.
That's really cool.
And as AI technology continues to evolve, we can only expect these strategies to become even more sophisticated and effective.
Now you might be wondering, where can I find this AI-powered sports betting magic? Well, the good news is it's becoming increasingly accessible.
There are already a number of platforms and apps out there that offer AI-driven predictions and insights.
Okay.
Some of them are free.
Nice.
Some of them are subscription-based, but the point is the options are growing every day.
And one of the things we found really interesting in our research is that some of these AI developers are being incredibly transparent
Oh, yeah.
about their methods.
Right. Instead of keeping their algorithms a closely guarded secret, they're actually sharing insights into how their AI works, what data they're using, and even some of the strategies they've developed.
It's almost like they're inviting the betting community to learn alongside them,
Uh-huh.
to explore the possibilities of AI together.
And this kind of transparency is really refreshing in an industry that's often shrouded in secrecy.
I agree.
It builds trust, it fosters innovation, and it ultimately benefits everyone involved.
Now, of course, not all AI-powered sports betting platforms are created equal. There are definitely some snake oil salesmen out there making promises they can't keep.
That's why it's important to do your research, read reviews, and be skeptical of any system that claims to guarantee wins.
Remember, there's no such thing as a sure bet in sports. But AI can definitely tilt the odds in your favor if you use it wisely.
Exactly. AI is a tool, not a crystal ball. It can give you an edge,
Right.
but it's up to you to use that edge responsibly.
Now, with all this talk about data and algorithms, it's easy to get lost in the technical side of things.
Yeah.
But let's not forget the human element of sports betting.
Yeah.
The passion, the excitement, the thrill of victory.
AI can enhance that experience, but it should never replace it.
At the end of the day, sports betting is about more than just winning money. It's about the love of the game, the camaraderie with fellow fans, and the shared moments of triumph and heartbreak.
And as AI continues to evolve, it's important to remember that it's a tool that can help us enjoy sports even more, not take away from the things that make them so special.
So as we wrap up this first part of our deep dive into AI and sports betting, I want to leave you with this thought.
AI is changing the game, there's no doubt about it. But it's not a threat to the things we love about sports. It's an opportunity to experience them in new and exciting ways.
And who knows, maybe with the help of AI, we can all become a little bit smarter, a little bit luckier, and a lot more informed when it comes to placing those winning bets.
But that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more ground to cover in this deep dive.
Yeah, sure.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to Gambling Flow. We're knee-deep in the world of AI and sports betting, exploring how this tech is changing the game as we know it.
Before the break, we were talking about the accessibility of AI and how even someone who isn't a tech wizard can start using it to inform their bets.
Exactly. And one of the most exciting developments we're seeing is the emergence of AI-powered platforms specifically designed for sports betting.
These platforms are like having a virtual sports analyst at your fingertips. They crunch massive amounts of data, provide you with insights, and even suggest potential bets based on your preferences.
Some platforms even offer real-time analysis, adjusting their predictions as a game unfolds. Imagine being able to see how the odds shift after every play, every shot, every goal.
It's like having a secret weapon that gives you a glimpse into the future of the game. And speaking of the future, that's where things get really interesting.
We've talked about how AI is already impacting sports betting, but what about the long game? How will this technology evolve and what kind of impact will it have down the road?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the answer is nobody knows for sure, but we can speculate based on the trends we're seeing.
One thing that seems inevitable is that AI will become even more integrated into the sports betting experience.
Hmm.
We'll likely see more personalized recommendations, more sophisticated analysis, and even more interactive platforms that allow bettors to engage with AI in real time.
Imagine a world where you can have a conversation with an AI sports analyst, asking it questions about specific games players or even betting strategies.
And imagine that AI being able to access and process information from multiple sources, simultaneously giving you a level of insight that's simply impossible for a human to achieve on their own.
It's mind-boggling to think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
But as with any powerful technology, there are also potential downsides to consider.
Exactly. One of the biggest concerns is the potential for AI to create an even bigger gap between casual bettors and those with access to sophisticated technology.
If AI becomes the key to consistently winning in sports betting, will it price out the average person who can't afford to invest in expensive platforms or hire data scientists?
That's a valid concern, and it's something that the industry needs to address as AI becomes more prevalent. We need to find ways to make this technology accessible to everyone, not just a select few.
Another potential issue is the risk of AI manipulation. If these systems become so sophisticated that they can accurately predict outcomes with a high degree of certainty, what's to stop someone from using that knowledge to their advantage? Perhaps even rigging games or influencing results.
It's a scary thought, but it's something we need to be aware of. As AI becomes more powerful, we need to develop safeguards to prevent its misuse and ensure that the integrity of sports betting remains intact.
But let's not get too bogged down in the potential negatives. Despite the challenges, the future of AI in sports betting is incredibly exciting.
Absolutely. This technology has the potential to revolutionize the way we bet on sports, making it more engaging, more informative, and potentially more profitable for everyone involved.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll all have our own personal AI sports analysts guiding us to those winning bets and making us feel like the savviest gamblers on the planet.
Now, before we get carried away with those futuristic fantasies, let's bring things back down to earth and talk about some practical tips for navigating the world of AI and sports betting today.
We've already touched on the importance of choosing your AI tools wisely. Don't just blindly trust any platform or app that claims to have cracked the code.
Do your research, read reviews, and look for platforms that have a proven track record of accuracy and transparency. And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Exactly. If a platform can't clearly explain how their AI works or what data they're using, it's probably best to steer clear.
Another crucial tip is to never rely solely on AI. Remember, this is a tool, not a guaranteed path to riches.
You still need to use your head, do your research, and consider all the factors that might influence the outcome of a game.
Don't fall into the trap of thinking that AI can replace your own knowledge and intuition.
It's all about finding that sweet spot, that perfect balance between human insight and AI-powered analysis.
And finally, perhaps the most important tip of all is to remember to have fun. Sports betting should be an enjoyable experience, not a stressful one.
Don't get so caught up in chasing wins or obsessing over algorithms that you forget to enjoy the game itself.
At the end of the day, sports are about passion, excitement, and unpredictable moments of brilliance. And that's something that AI can never take away.
So embrace the power of AI, but don't let it overshadow the things that make sports so special.
Now let's dive into a specific example of how AI is being used to analyze one of the most popular sports in the world, basketball.
When it comes to basketball, there's a treasure trove of data available for AI to feast on. We're talking about player stats, team records, shot charts, even advanced metrics like plus-minus ratings and effective field goal percentage.
And AI can analyze all of this data to identify patterns and trends that might not be immediately obvious to the human eye.
For example, let's say you're looking at a game between two evenly matched teams. AI can analyze the individual matchups, taking into account each player's strengths and weaknesses to determine which team has the statistical edge.
It can also factor in things like home court advantage, recent performance trends, and even the potential impact of injuries or player fatigue.
And all of this analysis can be done in a matter of seconds, giving you a data-driven perspective that can help you make more informed betting decisions.
But the real magic of AI in basketball lies in its ability to predict player performance.
Think about it. How many times have you watched a game and thought, I knew that player was going to have a big night?
Well, AI can actually quantify those gut feelings, analyzing a player's recent form, their opponent's defensive weaknesses, and even their historical performance in similar situations to predict their likelihood of scoring points, grabbing rebounds, or dishing out assists.
Like having a crystal ball that can tell you which players are primed for a breakout performance.
And this kind of predictive power can be incredibly valuable when it comes to prop bets, which often focus on individual player statistics.
Imagine being able to accurately predict whether a player will score over or under their projected point total, or whether they'll record a double-double or a triple-double.
With AI, those kinds of predictions are becoming increasingly possible.
Now, of course, AI isn't perfect. It can't account for every variable, and there will always be upsets and unexpected outcomes in basketball.
But what AI can do is provide you with a level of insight and analysis that was previously unavailable.
It's a tool that can help you make smarter bets, manage your risk more effectively, and potentially increase your winnings.
And as AI technology continues to evolve, we can only expect its impact on basketball betting to become even more profound.
Now let's shift our focus to another sport where AI is making waves: baseball.
Baseball, with its wealth of statistics and its focus on individual matchups, is a natural fit for AI analysis.
And one of the areas where AI is really shining in baseball is in predicting pitcher performance.
Pitching is such a crucial aspect of baseball, and AI can analyze a pitcher's arsenal of pitches, their historical performance against specific batters, even the impact of weather conditions on their effectiveness.
Imagine being able to predict whether a pitcher will have a dominant outing or whether they'll struggle to get through 5 innings.
That kind of insight can be incredibly valuable when it comes to betting on run lines, over-unders, or even prop bets related to strikeouts, walks, or earned runs.
AI can also be used to analyze batter versus pitcher matchups, identifying which hitters are likely to have success against specific pitchers.
This can be particularly useful when betting on player prop bets, such as whether a batter will hit a home run or record multiple hits in a game.
And let's not forget about the defensive side of baseball.
AI can analyze defensive metrics such as fielding percentage, range factor, and defensive runs saved to predict which teams are likely to make key plays and prevent runs.
This can be especially helpful when betting on teams that rely heavily on their defense, such as those with strong pitching staffs but weaker offenses.
Now, one of the unique aspects of baseball is the sheer volume of games played in a season.
With 162 games per team, there's a ton of data for AI to analyze, and this can lead to some incredibly detailed and nuanced predictions.
For example, AI can analyze a team's schedule, identifying stretches where they might be more or less likely to win based on the strength of their opponent's travel distances and even the potential impact of fatigue.
This kind of analysis can be incredibly valuable when placing futures bets, such as betting on a team to win their division or make the playoffs.
Now, as with any sport, AI is not a guaranteed path to success in baseball betting.
There will always be upsets, unexpected outcomes, and the occasional lucky bounce of the ball.
But what AI can do is provide you with a level of insight and analysis that can help you make more informed decisions, manage your risk more effectively, and potentially increase your winnings.
So whether you're a seasoned baseball bettor or just starting out, it's worth exploring the possibilities that AI can bring to your wagering strategy.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's take a moment to acknowledge the human element of sports betting.
While AI can provide valuable insights, it's important to remember that sports are ultimately played by humans.
And human beings are complex creatures capable of both brilliance and blunder.
So while AI can analyze past performance and identify trends, it can't always account for the unpredictable nature of human behavior.
The best bettors are those who can strike a balance between data-driven analysis and human intuition. They use AI as a tool to inform their decisions, but they also trust their gut and their understanding of the game.
And let's not forget about the emotional side of sports betting. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the camaraderie of sharing a bet with friends.
These are all part of the human experience of sports betting, and they're things that AI can never replicate.
So as you explore the world of AI and sports betting, remember to embrace the human element.
Use AI to inform your decisions, but don't let it dictate your every move.
Trust your instincts, enjoy the game, and never forget that sports are ultimately about more than just winning or losing money. Welcome back to Gambling Flow. We've been on quite a journey exploring the intersection of AI and sports betting.
It has been fascinating to see how this technology is not only changing the way we bet, but also deepening our understanding of the games themselves.
We've talked a lot about how AI can analyze data, identify trends, and make predictions.
We have.
But let's zoom out for a moment and consider the bigger picture. What are the long-term implications of AI in sports betting? Where is all of this heading?
That's the question that keeps me up at night.
Right.
Honestly, it's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
But one thing is for certain, AI is here to stay.
I think so, too.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And as the technology continues to evolve, its impact on sports betting will only become more profound. We're already seeing a shift toward more personalized experiences,
Oh, yeah.
where AI tailors recommendations and insights based on individual preferences.
Imagine a platform that knows your favorite teams, your betting style, and even your risk tolerance. It can suggest bets that perfectly align with your interests and goals.
It's like having a personal sports betting concierge guiding you towards the most promising opportunities and helping you make smarter decisions.
That'll be awesome.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. As AI becomes more sophisticated, we could see the emergence of entirely new betting markets.
Like what?
Imagine being able to bet on things like the number of three-pointers a player will make in a specific quarter,
Okay.
or the exact minute a goal will be scored in a soccer match.
The possibilities are endless. And as the lines between the virtual and real worlds continue to blur, we could even see AI-powered simulations.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That allow bettors to experience the thrill of wagering on live AI-controlled sporting events.
It's a wild thought, but not entirely out of the realm of possibility.
No.
But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Before we start betting on simulated cyborg athletes, there are some important ethical considerations we need to address.
I was just thinking that, as with any powerful technology, there's the potential for misuse. We've already touched on the concern that AI could create a divide between those who have access to it and those who don't.
Absolutely. It's crucial that as AI becomes more integrated into sports betting, we find ways to make it accessible to everyone regardless of their technical expertise or financial resources.
Another concern is the potential for bias. In AI algorithms, if these systems are trained on data that reflects existing inequalities or prejudices, those biases could be amplified in the predictions and recommendations they make.
Absolutely. It's essential that developers are mindful of these biases and take steps to mitigate them, ensuring that AI is used to create a more fair and inclusive betting environment.
And of course, there's always the risk of AI being used for malicious purposes.
Right.
We need to be vigilant about safeguarding the integrity of sports and preventing AI from being used to manipulate outcomes or cheat the system.
These are all valid concerns that need to be addressed as AI continues to evolve. But let's not lose sight of the incredible potential of this technology to enhance the sports betting experience.
AI can provide us with deeper insights, more personalized recommendations, and access to entirely new betting opportunities.
It can make betting more engaging, more informative, and potentially more profitable.
Right.
And perhaps most importantly, it can deepen our understanding and appreciation of the games we love.
I agree.
By analyzing data and identifying patterns, AI can reveal hidden aspects of sports that might otherwise go unnoticed.
Yeah, for sure.
It can help us see the game through a different lens, uncovering strategies, tendencies, and nuances that enhance our enjoyment as fans and bettors.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI and sports betting, we encourage you to embrace this exciting technology with open minds and a healthy dose of caution.
Be mindful of the potential risks, but don't let fear overshadow the incredible opportunities that lie ahead.
AI is here to stay, and its impact on sports betting is only just beginning. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. This is going to be a fascinating journey, and who knows, maybe with the help of AI, we can all become a little bit smarter, a little bit luckier, and a lot more informed when it comes to placing those winning bets.
Thanks for joining us on Gambling Flow, your daily deep dive into the world of gambling. I'm Fiona Blake.
And I'm Russell Kane. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share Gambling Flow with your friends. Until next time, good luck out there and bet smart.